he doesn't fast 300 days. Daddy, I want to ask a question. Did you not fast when you were like us?
Okay, let me answer that question. Sir, when I was young, I did all of that because this is it. Bible says it's the law that delivers us to grace. Bible says we were brought up under the law and delivered to grace. If you follow grace from the beginning and you continue your life like that, you miss God. You must go through the school of the law to bat you into grace. One day I fasted to the point the wind was carrying me. I'm not joking. I was going like that. My sister started crying. Say, so you don't speak Yoruba, so let me say, you this boy, don't kill yourself. Oh. Because your mother is not here. If you die now, you say I kill you. That was a face. Law was grooming us to deliver us what? To grace. We have laid the foundation. Are you hearing me? Do it at the right time, and I do it with the right set of motives. Don't do it with the mentality of the law. Do you get what I'm saying right now? And fasting is not competition. Pastor Theophilus did 40. Me too, I must do 40. If you are not graced like that, you may break down. Remember that our friend, that guy from, I don't want to mention the name of the church, who fasted. By the time they rescue him from the room. In fact, there's one of my guys, I don't want to mention, go to thing. He fasted. As he started walking now, he was on wheelchair. All his system collapsed. I've seen things. One of my friends fasted, all his teeth cracked. Everything, all the bones gave up. Because there was no more calcium in the system. One guy fasted to the point, because he was following people. He fasted to the point, sir, that I don't want to sound funny. By the time we finally rescued him and we took him to the hospital, it was rescued because the body was decaying. By the time he finally rescued, up to today, his thing does not work. His thing died. And he wasn't married. You know his thing. His thing has died. Knowledge is profitable to direct you guys. Wisdom is profitable to direct you guys. Glory be to God forevermore. What I am against is winds of doctrine. You cannot encounter God on 300 days. I don't know what Moses was doing when God came to him. There was no record of his fasting before God came to him. There was no record of Abraham fasting when God came to him. That's why I said, what God gave a man as an instruction is not a doctrine for the body of Christ. Because only God knows what is trying to break in you that he doesn't need to break in me. You don't need a bulldozer to pull down a bungalow. You may need a bulldozer to pull down a skyscraper. Do you get what I'm trying to say right now? What is God doing in you? Appropriate things will be used by God to do his work in you. I rest my case.
Eat appropriately, eat healthily. In the course of fasting, eat. One of our young men, you heard a testimony, who did a 3 days or 4 days dry fast or 7 days, the Makodi guy, and by the time he broke the fast, he drank cold water from the fridge. What that did to him was to shut down his system. Vasoconstriction, blood vessels shut down. At the end of the day, he was gone, he was dead. It took God to bring him back. I'm sure you remember the testimony. A man, a professional, a pharmacist, fasted for 21 days, no food. I don't think he was drinking water. He fasted to death. He didn't wake up out of it. Am I communicating? I'm not against. I live a fasted life. Right? But appropriately and adequately. I have fasted, breaking only in the evening for more than 1 year and a half. My wife followed me. Yes, I have. I fasted dry. I won't tell you how long. Drinking water. Not 7, not 10, not 40. I won't tell you how long, and I won't tell you how many times, because it's not once. But I have attempted to fast for 21 days and I couldn't go beyond 7 days. And I stopped there. The spirit is willing, but the body was unwilling. Chest was doing as if it was going to burst or burn. To so much pain here, pain all the way from here to here, appearing as if also I want to manifest on the spot. Oh boss, I don't break them. You have to be alive before you fast. You have to be well before you break the fast. I'm not planning to prove anything. I'm not planning to prove anything. I'm not planning to prove. I've fasted longer before, so there's no challenge. Am I communicating at all? So healthily and appropriately. Beyond a certain time, you can discipline yourself.
Hi, welcome to the Preacher's Portal. If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. You've heard the men of God. Fasting is not a competition. You don't need to prove a point. And this is one of the major problems we have in the body of Christ. A lot of people do things religiously to prove a point. Someone in our WhatsApp group said she wants to pray for 30 days non-stop and by 12 o'clock and all that. And I asked her why the religious and practice something that you've not done before. She said a pastor said that if you cannot stay and pray and fast for 30 days, you will not be able to see God. And I told her that it doesn't work that way. The fact that it happened to the pastor when he did it does not mean that it will happen to you too. You are doing it religiously, not by instruction or by virtue of revelation. You can hear what Rev Ayeni said. What was Moses doing before God came to meet him? You know, God looks at the intention of the heart more than the action. So please, if you find yourself in a situation where you are being confused or you are being cajoled, maybe a pastor or a minister comes to preach or sing and be like, if you're not willing to pray for 12 hours non-stop, you are not ready and all that. No, that is not how it works. You understand? Everybody has their own ordination, you get. And the more as you grow in spirit, God will be giving you those tasks and those assignments, and you don't need to form or create a religion out of it. You understand? You can see Dr. Enenche, who is a fasting machine, who has fasted for over 500 days, was telling you that he decided to go for 21 days. He never said that God told him to go for that 21 days. He made a decision to go for 21 days, and he could not even cross 7 days. And you see what he said happened to him. It was funny, but there's a very strong message here. This man is a fasting machine. You understand? And he has proof and results to show for it. So please, children of God, don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Fasting is good. Prayer is good. Jesus Christ told the disciples, this kind goeth not except by fasting and prayer. But that does not mean you should get to the stage where you now die and go to heaven and you not complete your assignment because you fasted to death. So please let us learn this. Fasting is not a competition. You don't need to prove a point, because that is what is happening in the body of Christ. A lot of people, trying to prove a point, the way they pray, the way they roar, the way they fast. People want to show other people how much and how long they can pray and how long they can fast for. Please, it's not a competition. This is a spiritual walk. May the Lord give us understanding. This is the Preacher's Portal. If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, share and subscribe.